How to make money at the flea market? 1. Decide on what type of flea market you want to participate in. There are different types of flea markets. Most flea markets where I live happen over the weekends. However, there are some that take place throughout the year. I should also point out that in some countries that have bitter winter, the outdoor flea markets usually take place in summer only. As a newbie flea market seller, you need to decide whether you want to make this a full-time trade or part-time. If it is full-time, then you may have to join the full-time flea markets. In this case, you will be charged a monthly fee for space by the organizers. The part-time flea markets will usually charge you a fee on the same day of the market. Therefore, if for whatever reason you decide not to participate, you will avoid the charges. 2. Think seriously about the location. The success of each market usually depends on the location and its accessibility. A good location will attract more customers and therefore more money for the sellers. However, a market located in an area that is difficult to access or far away from populated areas will attract few customers. So before you join a market, think about these things. I have a friend who sells his stuff at one of our flea markets and he is very happy with the business there. The market is located right in the city center and close to other shops. It, therefore, attracts people who may have been in the city for other types of shopping. Some of the most patronized flea markets are also close to main roads. This means that they are easily accessible and therefore attract more customers. 3. Identify the right kind of products to sell at your flea market. Selling the right products can mean the difference between failure and success. While there are some items that almost always sell well at flea markets, each market is unique. You, therefore, have to survey your market first before you decide what to sell. For instance, university towns that have a lot of students may attract mostly young people whose pockets are not that deep. You therefore cannot expect to sell high-priced items in such markets. In such kind of market, items like textbooks will also sell well. Students would also be interested in electronic gadgets. You therefore have to take all that into consideration. 4. Identify where to procure goods to sell. Once you identify what sells well in a market, you need to find places where you need to buy your things. As pointed out earlier, thrift stores, garage sales, wholesale websites like AliExpress, Your Home, etc. are some of the places to source your stocks. 5. Determine the correct prices for your goods. It is important that you don't outprice yourself. You, therefore, need to survey your market and see what your colleagues are charging before you set your prices. It is important that you do this before you even procure your goods. Otherwise, you may end up with goods that you may sell at a loss. You are in business and therefore need to make profits if you are to survive. In setting the prices, think about your profits and also your customers. If your goods are too expensive, no one will buy them from you. And if you are charging too. 6. Set up your stall/booth attractively. People are attracted to things that look good in their eyes. Therefore, make sure that your goods are arranged properly. Goods of the same kind should be put together. You also need to put price labels on your goods. 7. Learn to haggle. At flea markets, there is always a bit of haggling over prices. You therefore need to learn this art if you are to be successful. Learn to say no. This is a business, not a charity. Therefore, determine beforehand your reserve price in your head. When a customer goes below that price, be prepared to say no. 8. Promote your booth. While flea markets or swap meets are very popular places that attract lots of potential customers, you can still find ways to promote your booth. This is especially important in the early days. You can promote your booth on social media to your friends and family. Friends and family are the best customers you can ever get. Once they know that you are running a booth, they will make sure that they pass by. Who would want to buy from a stranger when a friend or relative is selling the same thing? You therefore need to take advantage of these links you already have. And you can also boost your post for people living in your area. Facebook adverts are not that expensive and can be highly converting if you target your audience properly. This promotion can work if your booth is in a fixed location in the market. Otherwise, It could be a waste of money if the people you attract fail to find